No, I'm just kidding. One of the things that I think writing accomplishes for the students is that it allows them to see some of the other things they do in the classroom, in other classrooms, in a different way. I think they approach writing coming out of high school as kind of a chore, and to be able to embrace writing in some of the other classes that are more specific to their majors allows them to see it in a way that they don't get coming into college immediately.
Well, I think the purpose of writing is always to express your own thoughts or, beliefs about something, whether it's research or something like that. Writing instruction, I guess, would be to get students to understand that.
I think writing is like a way to express yourself most of the time. Sometimes it's required for like jobs and other things like that. Like, I'm in the science field, so I know you have to write a lot of scientific papers and everything to document all the research you've done.
Purpose of writing would be just being able to express yourself down on a written form, just like on a piece of paper, just being able to express yourself that way, being able to just show your knowledge on paper, not on paper, it can also be on the internet. That's just being able to put your ideals out there and just anywhere, really.
Well, the purpose of writing, I feel, is to handle making meaning in our world, be it personal, be it academic, be it social. I mean, it's if we organize our world through language, writing is a far more unofficial way to do it.
It not only helps us with our education, but it helps ourselves figure out how to organize your thoughts and make your ideas flow.
From teaching, I kind of think that I used to think it was to teach them how to write for the academy, to be able to write for academics, and for when they go into class, be able to write, and to be able to adapt to the classes later on, which it's true. I think that's part of it. But the more I've taught, the more I've sort of realized that it's kind of a better thing for me if it's giving them a voice, if it's letting them kind of express something and realize that. A lot of students come in and I have them write the first day, what's your writing experience? They say, I'm a bad writer, I'm going to be terrible, I'm just going to tell you right now, and then really they're not. They just might have been told that, or they had that on a paper somewhere, someone wrote that one time, and it just got it in their head that they were a bad writer. The whole idea, I think, is it's nice to be able to let them figure out how to express themselves in whatever way that is, Unlike the course, you're going to have to learn the academic style, and that I think is one of the most. I think research paper, I stress it a lot because they're going to have to do that a bunch. They probably won't have to do a personal narrative again, but I like doing that just to get them to write. But research paper is kind of a means for me to be able for them to be able to say what they want to say, and then to figure out how to say that and figure out how to structure that and stuff. So that's kind of the idea for me.
About 3 times a week.
Wow.
Every day.
I write every day, and I wouldn't even necessarily say it's just because I'm an English major or because I'm going to be a teacher. I mean, people write more than they think, like I already said. I mean, we use writing in making grocery lists and writing notes for ourselves in, our own personal notes in class. So it's, people who journal. So it's not just segregated to one specific major like English. It's everyone.
Probably every day, just taking notes and typing up code for computer science, and just about every day.
Just about every day?
Yeah.
Just about every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
What do you consider writing?
Writing, doing homework or writing drafts for essays. Sometimes just writing your feelings down sometimes. It's a good way to vent after a hard day.
I don't think you could teach writing if you didn't like to write and didn't have the struggles with it yourself, because you see a lot of people and you're like, well, I know it's hard researching, but I found if you do this or you try this. So if you don't love writing and have that experience with it, then there's no way you could get someone to understand or like it themselves.
I think it's important for writing instructors to be writers, at least to a certain level of competency. I've always written now, so like, I don't know if that's fair. I mean, but that's how I feel about it.
I think it's very important, and not only to see themselves as writers, but to see themselves as a part of different kinds of writing.
A lot of my plans come from my own experience in writing, to kind of try to help them understand, and until they actually engage in the process, they're not going to understand.
So do you consider yourself a writer?
Yeah, I hope so.
I think a lot of people write more than they think they do. So a writing instructor is by nature going to be writing in other mediums, emails, now with texting, but we're pretty much all writers.